Hey guys, what's up? It's Steve here, and today I'm bringing you the response video to my Ask Steve video. For all of those of you who didn't see that video, it's basically a series I've started where in every video I'll allow you guys to ask some questions in the comment section, and then in the upcoming video I will respond to these questions. I just wanted to mention one thing to you guys. When I was making this video originally, I answered all of your questions and I determined that the video would have been 30 minutes long, which is just way too long. I know you guys don't want to watch a 30-minute video, or at least I'm sure most of you don't want to. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm probably just going to pick my 10 favorite questions and I'm going to answer those. And I'm going to try and change it up between who asked the questions just so that I give you all a chance to ask questions. For this video I decided to get rid of a bunch of the overlapping questions because I found a lot of the graffiti questions that you guys gave me were the same questions as each other. So yeah, I've eliminated a lot of questions and I feel really bad if I didn't get to your question, but you can feel free to ask me a question on Twitter or Facebook or any way you want. I'm always here to answer any questions you have, but yeah, hopefully I'll answer all your questions in these videos as time goes on. So yeah, without further ado, it's time to get started and answer some of these questions. So the first question I have here is from Barney31113. And he asks, when is your next art contest? Well, Barney, I think my next art contest will probably be within the next month or two, and I'm thinking I might even do like some sort of graffiti contest or graffiti battle. The reason that I think that would be a great idea is because obviously my channel revolves a lot around graffiti, and we have never done a graffiti contest. We've done a photography one, art one, drawing one, so I just wanted to kind of do something totally different. So that's probably what we'll be doing for that. And this next comment comes from ChillStepsBG, and he says, I like that video and I think you need to keep that. My question is, what was your first tag? Well, my first tag was actually Enzo, and I'll try and post a picture of one of those tags in this video just so you guys can see my old style and how it's changed. But yeah, back in those days, I was not a great artist at all, or at least a great graffiti artist. Those were kind of the days when I was just starting to develop my style and starting to learn about letter structure and all that. So yeah, I used to write Enzo. The next question I have is from Doogie de Ace, and they want to know, if you could go anywhere on vacation, where would it be? Well, it's funny you ask that because honestly, just 2 days ago, I booked a vacation with my fiance and 2 of my friends, and we're actually going to Panama. So I have to say the place that I would go is Panama because I'm really excited about that vacation. I've been to a lot of places in the Caribbean, but I can't wait to go to Panama. I think it's going to be awesome. And this next question comes from Dustin Sykes, and he says, did you ever used to want to be in a gang? If so, which one? Well, you know, I thought about being in the Bloods, but blue is my favorite color, so I kind of decided that I'd rather be in the Crips. But then I actually got approached by this really cool gang at school, and they said they really liked my bow staff skills, so they wanted to recruit me. But no, I'm just kidding. No, I have never wanted to be in a gang. I feel like that is just a really stupid idea. I mean, I feel like if there's anything that you want to do with your life or anything you need to do, you know, you should be able to do it on your own. You know, you don't need a bunch of people to get you anything in life, and quite frankly, the only place a gang's gonna get you is either dead or in jail. So no, I've never wanted to be in a gang, and I never will want to be in a gang. So yeah, that's the truth. And this next question comes from Fisheries, and he says, how old were you when you started graffiti, and how did your parents find out? Well, that's a really good question, and I think when I started graffiti, I was probably around grade 8 when I started to, like, you know, just started my first graffiti drawings, and I saw my cousin doing it and I thought it was really cool, but I didn't really start getting into like real graffiti till I was in grade 10 or 9 or somewhere around there. And I remember my parents, they didn't totally find out, they never caught me red-handed, but they definitely found a lot of spray paint cans in my room, and I used to stick graffiti drawings all over my walls, so they definitely knew what was going on, but they just never really totally caught me. You know, after a while I kind of told them that I did do some graffiti, but I told them that, you know, I was doing it strictly under bridges where no one cared about it, and I wasn't like your typical vandal, you know, I was more in it for the art. So I think they sort of understood that, but still, it's always hard to tell your parents something like that, and, you know, it was never an easy thing to deal with, to be honest. And this next question comes from Gamer Girl in a Box, and she wants to know, Wait, Steve, are you Canadian? New dude about it, you know? Well, what can I say? So, you know, we like to drink the Molson down by the river and shoot the puck around. Go Leafs, go! Hopefully that answers your question. And the next question is from General Nonsense, and he says, how tall are you? Well, General, I am 6'6", which, to put that in perspective for you, I am the same height as Michael Jordan. So I'm definitely a tall person, and yes, I do play basketball. Now this next question comes from Gunshy King, and he says, why did you shave your amazing beard? What does water taste like? And what's your favorite hockey team? And how was your day? Well, the reason I shave my beard is just because I work in an office, to be honest, and I just can't have like a super scruffy beard. So I kind of let it go for a while, but it's not something I wanted to like keep growing. What does water taste like? Why are you even asking that question? You know what water tastes like. Water tastes like nothing. Well, I mean, it tastes refreshing, but no, it doesn't really taste like anything. Favorite hockey team is the Chicago Blackhawks, and you know that red hat that I used to have, the red and white one? That was a Chicago Blackhawks hat, and I've been a die-hard fan of theirs for like at least 5 years now, so they're my favorite team. How was my day? My day was okay. You know, it's Wednesday, we're kind of getting through the week. No complaints really, just another day, so yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Now this next question is from Hallowime117, and he wants to know, do you have Steam? Can I add you? Hee hee. Smiley face. Yes, I do have Steam, but I'm hardly ever on it. I think the only game I have is Counter-Strike, so I mean, yeah, if you ever want to play Counter-Strike with me or something, sure, you can add me on Steam. I forget what my name is, but I'll go find it and I will post it right there. And yeah, anyone can add me on Steam if you want. That's cool. And that answers that question. And the next question comes from Hello, I'm Tiny T, and they want to know, I have a few questions. Are you religious? If so, what religion? Have you ever been busted for painting on walls? Where or what art school did you go to? No, I'm not religious, and that's not to say that I don't believe in God or anything like that. I'm definitely not an atheist. I mean, I basically don't believe that I'll ever know the answers. I don't think that any human will ever know the answers. You know, I have no problem with anyone believing whatever they want. I say live and let live. Let people have their own beliefs, but I just don't believe that I'm ever going to know the truth. Because I don't think that anyone has a way of proving it to me. I just don't know. I don't know anything. I just don't know. Have you ever been busted for painting? No, I haven't. Some of my friends have, but I'm just lucky that no, I have never got caught for painting. I guess it's because I was kind of smart about it, you know. I never painted like office buildings or things that would totally piss people off. I tried to keep it under the bridges and where no one really cared. And what art school did I go to? I only went to an art school for 1 year, and it was just a local art school, nothing crazy. But then I ended up taking advertising in college. So yeah, I didn't really take too much art school. Really, I consider myself more self-taught than anything. Now this next question comes from Hitch16, and Hitch wants to know, what kind of art styles, artists do you like the most? Are there any artists that influence you on your own artwork? What got you into graffiti? When I was growing up in high school, I have to say Picasso was probably one of my favorite artists, and I just really liked how his stuff was really abstract. I just liked all the shapes, all the cool characters with like the distorted faces and all that. I just thought it was really cool, and I was at the point that I was just so bored of seeing the same traditional art that I just loved Picasso's work because it was so different and crazy and just outside of the box. So that's kind of someone who really inspired my art when I was younger. What got me into graffiti? As I said before, I saw my cousin drawing it once, and that kind of got me into it. But to be honest, when I was a young kid, I remember seeing graffiti on walls and just, it was something that I remember most people would just walk by and not even like take a second glance at it. But when I walked by graffiti, it was like I had to just like stare at it, and I was just totally amazed by it. So it's just kind of, I guess it's the artist in me that's always noticed graffiti, and I always thought it was cool. So yeah, I guess just seeing it as a kid, that's kind of what always got me interested in graffiti. This next question comes from iRockYouRoll911, and they say, what's your favorite dream car? Well, I have to say right now, one of my favorite cars would be a McLaren. I think it's a P11 or something like that. I'm not totally sure what it is, but I've just seen it recently and it looks like an awesome car. So I'll post a little picture of it right there so you guys can take a look at it. But I've always loved McLarens. Ever since the McLaren F1, I've thought they were awesome cars, and I would love to have this car right there. So that would be sweet. Now this next question comes from Jake H, and I'm not going to read the whole question because it's kind of long, but basically he just wants to know, if I'll ever do a real graffiti tutorial with like actual spray paint. And I think I might actually do that like this summer once I get up to my cottage and I have some time to really like, you know, make a proper video. Yeah, I could totally do that. I could show you guys kind of some of the different techniques and some of the different caps, and yeah, I could definitely do that. So I'll definitely keep that in mind, Jake, and I might just get around to that. But yeah, we'll see. Now this next question comes from James Bass, and he says, "Sup, Steve. How does it feel to have thousands of people around the world watch your videos and are subscribed to you?" Honestly, James, I don't feel like I have thousands upon thousands of viewers watching my videos because, I mean, I have like 6,000 subscribers, but I don't think all of them are even active on YouTube. Some of them just subscribe and then totally don't go on YouTube for like months at a time. And I mean, a lot of my older subscribers who probably enjoyed my Minecraft videos, they probably don't even watch my videos anymore because they were probably just into the whole Minecraft thing. You know, you're always going to lose subscribers and you're always going to lose viewers and you're always going to gain viewers and gain subscribers. So really, I don't even look at it like that, like how many subscribers I have. I don't care about it that much. It's more, I guess what's more important to me is the people who actually do watch my videos on a regular basis and who do comment on my videos, because, you know, you guys are the ones that actually really help me out. So yeah, I guess more than anything, you guys are the ones that are really important to me. And I remember names. I remember all the people who keep coming back. So yeah, you guys are the ones that are really important. And that's just, like, that's just me being real with you. I love you guys. You're the best. And let's move on because this is getting kind of sappy. Now this next question comes from Jay and Rathala, and she wants to know, would I ever consider doing a Wreck This Journal video? I took a quick look at some of these videos on YouTube just to get an idea of what they're about, and they definitely seem like a really cool idea, and I think it would be a fun thing to do on my channel. The only thing is, I guess I would have to buy one of these journals, and I mean, I'd have to look into how much that costs, and I'm sure it's not that much money, but it's just something I'd have to look into more. So I would definitely consider doing that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think I should do one of these series? I mean, are they popular? Do people like them? Is it something that you guys think I would do a good job of? Let me know in the comment section and I might consider that. Now this next question comes from Jimmy Mendez, and he says, "Can you make another graffiti tutorial? I do not get it." Honestly, I probably will make another graffiti tutorial in time, but I don't want my channel to just be the graffiti tutorial channel, you know? I want it to be so much more than that. I want it to be about art. I want it to be about me and my life and just fun adventures and just totally different stuff, you know? I don't want to be one of those like how-to channels because that's just, I don't know, it's boring to me. It's not what I want to do. I'll definitely keep bringing you guys tutorials like now and then, just showing you guys some new tips and techniques, but I mean, I have no plans to do a tutorial right now, but we'll see. I'll definitely keep that in mind, and yeah, hopefully that answers that question. And my next question comes from Lucas Bajoris, and he says, "Have you ever thought of doing YouTube as a full-time job?" Yes, I have. I totally have. When I started this, you know, that was totally what I had in mind. I thought that it would just be cool to get paid to do YouTube, and I mean, I would never put all my eggs into one basket and just assume that that can happen, because that's just not realistic. I mean, some people get really lucky where they do get to do that for a full-time job, but hardly anyone gets to do that. So I think you do got to focus on your school and your actual job, and you know, you got to treat YouTube as something you love to do. And chances are, if you truly love it and you truly are passionate about it and you keep working at it, then, you know, it's more likely to turn into something that could be a full-time job. But more than anything, you just have to love doing it. You have to forget about any money you can make doing it, and you just have to love doing it. So that's the way I try and treat it. It's something that I'm never going to stop doing. I love doing it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and that's all it is right now. But yes, I have thought about doing it as a full-time job, and if that ever came to be, then I would definitely be a really happy person. But you know what? I am a happy person. I love doing this, and I'm going to keep doing it. Now this next question comes from Mark Hurd, and he wants to know, "Hey Steve, I've been trying to find inspiration to get back into art again, hence how I found your YouTube channel. The last thing I did was around 3 years ago. I had a lot of emotions I needed to get out because of hard times with my mom and cancer. Because of that, I hadn't made anything in a couple of years, except for some small dabbling around on the computer." And yeah, basically, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he's just saying that, you know, he's had some tough times and it's just hard to focus on anything really. And I can totally relate to that. And you know, I'm really sorry about your mom. I do wish her all the best. I wish you all the best. But I think art has a purpose, for me at least, that gets me away from all the hard things in life. You know, like we all deal with hard things. We all have accidents and troubles and misfortune, and that's just a part of life. You get a lot of good with the bad and vice versa. But I think art's just something that can kind of, while you're doing it, you can just not focus on anything else. And I mean, yeah, you're going to think about things when you're doing your drawing. You're definitely going to think about things, but at the same time, you're keeping yourself busy. You're keeping your mind busy, and you're doing something that can just make you feel better. So, I mean, I'm not going to like sit here and pretend that you're going to draw and just forget about everything, but I think art definitely has its purpose in the fact that it can help you express some of these thoughts and feelings. You know, you can really just sit down and draw something and just let it out. Let it out in your art, because sometimes some of the best art comes from you just expressing these feelings and emotions. So I would say that's how I stay inspired with my art. I try and find meaning in it. I try and put my emotions in it. I mean, a lot of times it's just graffiti, but I try and really make these letters just express me, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully I did explain this the best I could. But yeah, that was a really good question, and I do wish you all the best, and your mom. And yeah, that's that. Now this next question comes from my buddy Tom B, and he says, how long have you been painting? Did you ever take art classes, lessons? Where did you go to school and for what? What's your full-time job? And most importantly, where did your trademark red and white hat go? Okay, you asked me a lot of questions, Timger, so I'm just going to answer some of them really quickly. How long have I been painting? I've probably been painting since like grade 9 when I first got into high school. That's when I really started to paint. Before that, it was more just drawing. So, I mean, I've always been an artist, but around grade 9 is when I actually started to paint. Did you ever take art classes, lessons? Yes, I did take art classes. I took art classes as much as I could through high school. Like, I took so many art classes. And then I've also taken some courses outside of high school. But for the most part, I really think I was self-taught, as I explained earlier. And what else did you ask me? Yeah, I went to school for advertising. And most importantly, where did my hat go? There is a good story behind that, which I almost don't even want to tell you guys, but I'm going to, because it is just funny in a weird, strange, totally crazy way. That hat was my Chicago Blackhawks hat that I cherish so much, and I actually went to this bar on my birthday that happened to have a strip club in the basement. And me and all my friends and my girlfriend and everyone, we went into the strip club just trying to have like a little laugh, nothing serious. And unfortunately, one of my good friends decided to yell to one of the strippers, "Hey, it's his birthday over there," and he pointed at me, and she decided to come up to me, take the hat off of me, and she basically just played with my hat and rubbed it places that she shouldn't have. And basically, I haven't seen the hat since. That was basically the last night I saw it, and I don't ever want to see it again. That hat was totally violated, and yeah, hopefully eventually I'll find a new red and white hat, or maybe even a different color, I don't know, but that hat is gone. That hat left on, I think it was my last birthday, so yeah, it's been gone for a while, and let's just not speak of it anymore. Now, this next question comes from Revo Graffiti, and he says, do you go bombing anymore, and am I awesome? Yes, you are awesome, and bombing, for those of you who don't know what bombing is, it's just really quick graffiti pieces. No, I don't go bombing, and I never really did. I definitely still try and get out and do some graffiti, but I try and keep it legal, just because, honestly guys, I'm almost 30, and like, I have a job to hold down, and I like to travel, and I just don't want to go to jail. That's the truth. But not only that, to be totally 100% honest with you guys, I've never been into graffiti for the fame. I've never been about getting my name in as many locations as possible. I've been more about finding a nice bridge, a nice quiet bridge, going under it and just painting, because I just love the art, and that's just the truth. I mean, I've never told anyone that I go around and I bomb and I'm awesome. Well, like I'm everywhere, or I'm a famous graffiti artist. I'm not that at all. I'm just someone who loves art, and yeah, I've always been in it for the art. So you know, hopefully that answers your question, and I'm sorry to let you down if I'm not like what you thought I was. No, I'm not a bomber, and I would never pretend to be that, because I'm not someone who goes out all the time and does that. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, but at the same time, I just want to say, the people that do go out and bomb, hey, I love that stuff. I love it. I see it all the time, and I absolutely love it. Now, his next question comes from Sam Applegarth, and he says, hey, will you do spray paint graffiti, and do you like country music? Yes, Sam, I do spray paint graffiti, and I will do more as the summer comes, probably more at my cottage than anything. And yes, I like a little bit of country music. I think one of my favorite country artists is Hank Williams Jr., but I definitely don't listen to tons of country music, but I have no problems with country music. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. Now, this next question comes from Shrapnel Anime, and he says, will you ever be able to or want to do an art collab in the future? Also, introduce us to the fiance. Okay, the first question, yeah, sure, I would totally do an art collab with you, because honestly, you've been a really good supporter of my channel, and yeah, I think your art's really good. And I think that's kind of the way I'm going to run my channel. You know, the people who support me more, I want to kind of support you guys, and I mean, it's just an incentive, you know, it's kind of an incentive. Like, the more you guys help me out, the more I'll definitely, like, consider working with some of you guys. And I mean, I would work with all of you guys if I could, but there's just only so much time between all the stuff that I have to do in my own life and all of that. But yes, to answer your question, yes, Shrapnel, you've been a great friend of mine, a great supporter. I would totally do a collab with you. Now, for the second question, also introduce us to the fiance. Honestly, I don't think my girlfriend really cares to be in my videos. I mean, well, she doesn't. She's kind of camera shy, so it would be really hard to get her in one of my videos. Maybe eventually, if I'm doing a video like when I go on vacation and I'm just filming some stuff, then, you know, she can probably be a part of my video. But I don't think she wants to be put on the spot where she has to say something. It's just not really her thing, so I'm not going to force that upon her. I just don't really care. It's kind of, I don't know, this is kind of my own thing, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, eventually, yeah, I'll probably get her in a video, or I don't know, maybe I'll pull a prank on her or something and jump out at her, or do something crazy like that. But yeah, other than that, no, there's no plans for my girlfriend to be in any of my videos, but I'll keep that in mind. I'll try and get her in a video soon enough, okay? Now, this next question comes from SlickBomb509, and he wants to know, what inspired you to make your YouTube channel? Honestly, just watching other YouTubers has always kind of inspired me, because I've been like into YouTube since it first came out in 2007. You know, there's so many YouTubers that I see who just made like YouTube their life and their career, and I just think that's probably the best job ever. So it's definitely watching other YouTubers that's kind of put me in the position that I want to do this. But really, what inspired me? I don't know, I guess I just wanted a way to express myself. I wanted a way to show my art to the world, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, this next question comes from TCW Productions, and he says, keeping it fresh, bro, always doing new stuff, awesome. What's your favorite kind of drawing, and what is your favorite color? I'm curious. My favorite kind of drawing is graffiti, but I also like abstract art a lot, as I've explained. And my favorite color is green or blue. I like both of those colors. I really like cool colors. So, I mean, I kind of like a mix of those two even. But yeah, definitely green or blue. I like both of those colors. They're just really refreshing colors. And they're earth tones, so that's kind of cool. This last question comes from Epicness TV, and he says, can we do a collab, me beatboxing, you rapping? Sure, what the hell? Let's do it.
Yo. Yo, this rap's for all my subscribers, my pimps, my hustlers, my riders. Some days I feel so tired, but y'all keep me feeling inspired to keep creating this content. And some might say it's just nonsense, but y'all keep saying I got next, so I train for this like I'm on deck. And fuck a bomb threat, cause nothing's stopping me. And where the haters at, they never talk to me. I think they made a rap and got lost to sea, and while I say this rap, Mustafa drops a beat. We do it properly, that's a philosophy. If you're looking for some art, you should talk to me. We always keep it fresh cause we got to be, and we know we gonna make it, it's a prophecy. Word. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.